What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me out there? The game is still going on right now. It's not looking good for us. We're down 17 right now. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes left. Brittany Nursery don't look like we're gonna win this one. It's looking the odds are stacked against us right now. We got Boban in the game, and he misses it. Yeah, it's 116 to 99 right now. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left, and they just scored again, so we're down 19 with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. Don't look like this is gonna be a good one for us. Josh Christopher is in. He lays it up, and he gets it down to 17. It's a layup line right now. They just going straight to the hole on us. Zachary saying what's good. Brittany Nursery, what's happening? I am 2100. What's good? We just hit a three. We're down 16, and it's 120 to 104. Rockets are trailing the Denver Nuggets. I had us losing 114 to 108, so they're pretty much gonna eclipse that. Pretty much their stars got the ball bouncing early. Jamal Murray, he cooked us in the first half, and Jokic came out in the third quarter, and really just put us to bed pretty much. It wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. Let me see. That look blurry. All right, that look a little better. Yeah. Johnny Johnson says game started good. Joker and Murray started cooking. Exactly. They really started doing whatever they wanted to. We couldn't stop neither one, and so we started paying extra attention to them on defense, and they got the other guys going. But all in all, they are the number 2 seed in the West, and they are good. Jokic is the back-to-back MVP. We have nobody that can even close to guard Jokic. I don't know who can really guard Jokic. But it is what it is. The game is still going. We're down 120, 104. Let's see if we can kind of make a little late push. It looked like Silas have thrown a white flag, and don't look like he's going to be letting our starters back in the game. I haven't seen KPJ or Jalen or Jabari or neither one of them come back in the game. Silas probably have thrown a white flag on us and calling this one a day. Johnny Johnson says maybe the altitude got to the guys. Hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes and bounce back next game. For sure. Swaggy D, what's good? Swaggy D says Jokic was unstoppable, no doubt. I mean, him and Murray really came out and showed why they're a good combination together, and they've been playing together a long time. So I definitely can see them being good. Let me see if I can get my boy Frank in here before we get everybody piling up in here. Give me a minute. Yeah, Rockets down 104, 120. Josh Christopher just turned the ball over again. Don't look like we're going to be winning this one, fellas. Don't look like it. Look, Ish Smith been killing us, though. Oh, and one on us, 122, 104. Um, yeah, Ish Smith been killing us, man. Like for real, for real. He's going under Ben. He's quick. He's going under all our big man. Going on the opposite side of the goal. He's using the opposite side of the rim good. And yeah, man, he's just looking. He's looking good out there. Let's see. Send Frank this link. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But KJ Martin in there hustling, still missing. He gets the rebound. We still down 16. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left. Yeah, Silas pretty much have pulled all our starters. And maybe fatigue was a factor. No Shangoon, no Jabari, nobody. They just milking the clock right now. Boban get a block. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. Josh Christopher with it. He's doing his Josh Christopher thing, and he throws it away again. Another turnover. The second half really been turnover. We really been turnover riddled. The whole second half, starting at the beginning of the third quarter. They came out, even with the beginning of how the third quarter even started, it didn't look good, and it's been downhill pretty much ever since. Kind of tried to make a little run comeback, but no can do. Jokic and Jamal Murray is just too much for us to handle right now. DJ Generation, what's good? What's good? He says, "Hey Ghost, I wasn't too far off on my prediction. Yeah, you was pretty close, bro. You was. I think you said 121. I think you said 121. 121, 113 or something you had, right? Something like that, 103. I think you was a blow. I think 121, 103 or something like that. Yeah, you was real close. Oh, 121.97. Okay. Yeah, but they scored more and then we scored less. Yeah, bro. This is the Jokic. Yeah, you did say Jokic was gonna have 38, and I believe he got close to that in like 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters. Um, but it's pretty much they pretty much trying to run the game out right now. Swaggy D says KPJ not a good defender. 4 games in a row where opposing point guard drops 30 plus. OKC game, Shea got point guard duties at times. Yeah, man, it seems like every guard we play get. Even Ish Smith came in. They just hit another 3 on us. We back down 19. Yeah, even Ish Smith came in and he looked more, more of a point guardage than our guys. I would say Jalen have been trying to facilitate a little bit more. The whole first half, I think he was a little bit too passive. He was trying to get everybody else involved, and I think he waited too late to keep us, to keep getting into a rhythm for himself. I think KPJ got to be the one to set the tone and set the table. Jalen Green could be like do it secondary, but the point guard got to be the guy to do it. It's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Yeah, y'all wanted me to go early, so I came and went early. It's at 10. We kind of knew it was gonna be a late game, so bear with me. We just going through the motions, get this game over with, so we can hop in it and go over what we seen today. Somebody then threw a ball onto the court, a toy ball. DJ Generation with the chop shop emote. Appreciate you, brother. I thought they had called a foul on Boban or something. Somebody, little kid threw a little yellow ball out. Knicks, he still can't. I don't know. Ish got him in hell. He finally laid it in. $125 to 108. Najee with a tough putback. Yeah, man, this one's over 119. I mean 127, 108. Um, what did Shangoon finish with? I know he had like 16 points. Let me see. I usually pull up all the stats and have them ready for y'all, but I couldn't do it right now because the game isn't over. Let's see what our starters finished with. Shangoon finished with 18 points. He was actually our leading scorer today. 18 points and 7 rebounds with 3 assists. He some type of way we got to get his assists up. He should be averaging 6, 7 assists a game. DJ Generation said we were close on them. Yeah, y'all was. Y'all everybody said around 15 points and 8 rebounds or something like that. So yeah, y'all was real close. 15 points and 6 rebounds. But that was in 3 quarters because none of our starters really played in the 4th quarter. What did Jalen Green ended up with 17 points, 5 for 15. He really didn't shoot the ball well. 1 for 7 from 3-point line. Jabari, he got in foul trouble early. That was a he seemed like he don't know what he how many fouls he got sometimes. Like, bro, don't push nobody in the back like that when you already got 2 fouls in the 1st quarter. That's kind of inexcusable to be doing that. It don't matter if you're a rookie or not. You can't be doing that, bro. KPJ, he had 12 points. He was 4 for 7 from 3-point line, 4 for 9 from the field. He actually was the most efficient guy we had besides Shangoon. Shangoon looked good against Jokic. He just got into some. They called some ticky tack fouls on us this game. I'm not gonna even front, but that's it, he the MVP. You know they gonna get those favorable calls. They the more established team, and now the game is over. So we lost 129 to 113. 129 to 113. 129, 113. So it's a 16-point defeat on behalf of the Rockets at the hands of the Denver Nuggets. All in all, it looked all right the first half. 3rd quarter, at the end of the 3rd quarter, they went on like a 12-0 run, and it was pretty much over from there. You know, it really didn't look good. Let's see. Brandon Simpson, appreciate you for joining us, brother. He says them refs took Shangoon out the game. Yeah, Shangoon always get officiated kind of weird for some reason. I don't know why. DJ Generation says Silas threw the white flag at the 3rd. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. None of our starters played in the 4th quarter. I mean, it was 20 point deficit. I done seen teams come back from a 20-point deficit in the 4th quarter. Like, I mean, it's hard to do, probably less likely to do, but it have been done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he threw in the white flag that early. Judah, what up, Judah? Judah says the Rockets will never win with Sengun and Green. They just too undisciplined in on offense. So who would you think? Who you want them to get, Judah? Who you want them to play, bro? Pretty much that's all we got right now, Sengun and Green, and I'm curious to see who you think we should get. Are you talking about tanking and draft Wimby or Scoot or somebody like that? I don't know. Judah says Boban is a joke. Man, he's a waste of height. DJ Generation says that's more coaching system than them. They're young. I agree with that, DJ Generation. I'm just wondering who do Judah want to get exactly. Um, Swagger D says Green and Bar our guys. Got to build around those two. I agree to somewhat. I agree. Sengun, yeah, man. I mean, some of the jury is still out on Sengun for me right now. I can't just say he can't be a good player, but he is playing like a top 10 center in the league, though. Like, people say what they want, but is he good for the team? I don't know, but he's good. I mean, he's a good quality player. He's putting up type top 10 ish type numbers. Matter of fact, that's my next video, so y'all can check that out. Here we go. Johnny John says Knicks, Gordon, Boban can go. We need to trade for signing a legit vet. At this point, seeing Christopher down to the G League or something, bring up Tata already. Josh Christopher fan page, what up? He says, what a joke. Johnny John says Sengun and Green are only 20. They'll figure it out. I'm more on that vibe too. I'm more on that vibe. They kind of young to just make a final judgment like that on them. Here we go. Josh Christopher fan page says I'm so done with Silas. DJ Generation, it's not Sengun's fault, but he needs to be 7-1. Yeah, I mean that's not his fault, bro. He's limited. Josh Christopher fan page says Josh looked good when he played. He played at the end, like it wouldn't even matter if he looked good or not, because the game was already out of hand, bro. Gabe, what's good? Gabe says Jalen and KPJ started struggling to get into the paint when Bruno came in. Yeah, I mean on the cool, we was killing them in pick and roll. I don't know why we didn't do more pick and roll, because we was actually scoring in pick and roll. We actually looked good in pick and roll this game, and they got away from it. They ain't do as much, but when we picked and roll, they actually looked good. Josh Christopher said, fan page, he said it's not his fault that he doesn't play. You right. Brandon Simmons says I can't wait to see Tata get them back up minutes. You're gonna be waiting a little bit, probably around February, March. You'll see Tata come back up. DJ Generation says Josh may have looked good, but the team looked bad. Yeah, that's factual. That's factual right there. Yeah. But we usually do good on rebounds. We kind of wasn't that good on rebounds, and we kind of just looked at bad after the second quarter. We just looked at bad. We didn't look like we was together. I mean, it's kind of was expected, so I'm not going to get on no soapbox and talk like I expected to win this game, because I expected to lose this game in this type of fashion, you know. So it's not a big surprise that we lost. It's just at the end, we kind of just, at the third quarter and fourth quarter, it just was just bad. It was just bad. Baba Shola says we shot poorly today. Green and Matthews culprits. That's facts. Jalen Green was 5 for 15. And he only had like 17 points. It didn't look good for, yeah, he struggled. He really struggled today. DJ Generation says our offense is not the problem. It's our turnovers and trash defense. I agree. Josh Christopher says 5 solids. Brandon Simpson, we stopped running pick and roll when Bruno was in the game, and I don't know why. Yeah, that didn't make sense. he's the best pick and roll player we got, basically. But we did. I mean, we should have kept going to the pick and roll. When we seen Jokic when he got in the pick and roll, he started grabbing. He got 2 back-to-back calls. That offensive call, I knew they was gonna overturn it. That would have been big if Jokic would have picked up that 3rd foul right then. He had to sit down for a while. But all in all, man, like I said, I didn't really plan on winning this game. But I think we had opportunities, and we just let them slip by. Just those guys, they're a vet squad, man. They number 2 in the West. Like they're legit. They legit. Like, how did y'all expect us to look? I know a couple of y'all was predicting wins, and everybody wanted that 3 in a row, but this kind of was expected. If you really didn't expect this, like, was you being real with yourself? Truthfully, like, was you really being real with yourself? I know we kind of like troll a line, and we like to pump up the team and say things, but this is kind of on par to what I thought it would look like, and most of y'all probably thought it would look like too. But yeah, I mean, Jokic cooked. I expected that. I really didn't expect too much of Jamal Murray to be cooking us like that from 3-point. Jamal Murray got pretty much everything he wanted. Two teammates go off on us again. This time they had a couple of people come along with them. The boys off the bench came in. They started hitting threes all on us. Bruce Brown, he came in hustling, outworking us for the balls. It was kind of expected. I can't even say, fire Silas right now. Josh Christopher, I can't even say fire Silas right now because that was the game that we were supposed to lose, truthfully. We all had those as losses on the game. We might have had a little confidence going in because we had 2-game winning streak, but nah. Maybe next game, we in home. We played them once before already. They kind of blew us out, so maybe they looking at it like we can do it again. We do have to play them again, right back. We got to get right back on that horse and face these guys again. So maybe Silas will make some adjustments. Hopefully, he'll make some adjustments, and he'll see that we was actually killing them in the pick and roll, and we should have kept going the pick and roll. Because Jalen actually was looking good in the pick and roll early on. He was getting everybody involved. He was making the right reads. He actually do make better reads than KPJ more than half of the time. Our offense looks smooth with the chemistry between him and Sengun. You can tell they really starting to get a rapport together. And it seemed like once they started getting in kind of a groove, Silas subbed out Sengun and brought in Bruno. The one I really feel bad for because right now is Garuba, because Garuba he was actually doing good in Bruno's absence, and Silas upset the whole apple cart by bringing in Bruno and basically having him get a lot of minutes. Here we go. Christopher says, where's Frank? Frank should be joining us. I sent him the link. Maybe he probably got on the space. I don't know. But I did send him a link. He should be joining. He'll hit me up whenever he's ready. Here we go. Brandon Simpson. He says, once the G League over, it's in for Tata. I'm hoping. Maybe he'll come in and give us a little boost at the point guard spot, because the turnovers once again was just pitiful. We turn the ball over so much, man. It's pitiful. Don, what's up, Don? Don says, hey, Chop, why was Ish Smith out there looking like a second coming of Chris Paul? Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Ish Smith was looking good, bro. He really was. Like, he came in and put it on us and actually stretched the lead and gave Jokic and them more time to rest whenever they was out. He really was the catalyst for them off the bench, and he was looking like prime AI or somebody out there on this. It's always the guards, bro. It was like, see, this is exactly why I said in the pregame show, I want to see the effect of Lionel Hollins. I done seen the games that we won, we pretty much just outscored the opposing team. The opposing team always have a high efficiency rate against us in every aspect. The only way we're going to win these games nowadays if we just put up 130 some points. And that's not being realistic. So, Lionel Hollins got to get off his hands and start implementing a good defensive strategy. We see our offense is good. I know it's kind of wonky. You know, he got to fit certain people in certain spots. But we need to start seeing a competent defense, bro. Like, this is crazy, bro. Just to sit around and see this game after game after game that we playing no defense, and we got pretty decent defensive guys, and it's always the same old, same old. Stop switching if you have to. Stop switching just to see. Just get some numbers on a different scheme. They don't ever even try nothing different. You know, that's Jokic right there. Start the game off by getting that ball out of his hands from jump. Don't even let him get into a rhythm. You know, start it off. I want to see some defensive strategy, man. Like, Silas get a whole lot of flack from the fan base, and rightfully so. He deserved half of it, 85%, 90% of it. But I think Lionel Hollins is just getting a pass, man, because our defense is totally out of whack. They don't even scheme for nobody. Our defense look like how our offense kind of looked, you know, last year. Just go out there and switch everything. That's it. Like, after the switch, what we gonna do after the switch? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm waiting to see the effect of Lionel Hollins. And I made this man a video and everything, you know, not praising him, but giving him props, saying that he might be a key to us being a good defense this year. And he's making me out to look like a fool. DJ Generation with the 5 silence emote. What's good? Gabe, Silas should have gone. Gave the starters a chance in the fourth. Yeah, Silas threw it in quick. I don't know. He act like he was out there playing or something. These some young guys, man. Let them play. They come back. Brandon Simpson, Matthews was tripping getting those rebounds. Man, Matthews. I was just about to start to turn the corner on Matthews. I was just about to say, hey, Matthews probably not that bad. And then he have a game like this. And I'm like, nah. Nah, Matthews is who I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Swaggy D says, at Alex's early blowout. Ninja of the Riff says, we played. Alp played well. JG played okay. This team needs a guy like Henderson more than Wemby. They need a guard that can really manage the pick and roll. Henderson does that to a T. Love the Alp being confident. I agree. I mean, it's just the thought of Wemby and having this real live unicorn like that. He's one of one. Like, Scoot, man, like I kind of agree, and I see your theory, and I see where you coming from. Don't get me wrong. It's just, would you feel comfortable passing on Wemby, knowing that this guy can be what, if he ever reaches ceiling, knowing what he can be? You know, that's like, man. And then you don't pick him, and he becomes the greatest basketball ever player, you know, ever, because he kind of projects out to be somewhere up there in that top tier. So it's a tricky question. It is a tricky question. But if you like Scoot, hey, I can't knock you for that either. I can't knock you for that, because Scoot is a hell of a player. He's a hell of a player. Let's see who we got. Brandon Simmons said he expected a closer game. Yeah, me too. Kenny Yed says it was all good to the timeout. Around 8 minutes in the third quarter. Yeah, man, the third quarter it just collapsed. Like from then exactly. From then on out, it just collapsed. Josh Christopher says hashtag sell a team. Brandon Simpson says we got to start looking at how other teams guard guards. And guards just works us. Yeah, it's Lionel Hollins, man. He just want to switch everything. We don't really have the people, the players, really just to switch everything. My bad. Stop that. Yeah, we don't have the things to be switching all the time. It's like we don't have no defensive scheme. Usually, I don't want to blame nothing on Sengun, but usually, when you have that rim protecting big, like a Clint Capella or Mobley, Jared Allen, somebody like that, usually the defensive scheme to funnel the guards into him so he can make it harder, for them to penetrate and get whatever they trying to get at the rim. Us not having that, and Sengun is that guy, and he needs to be somewhat away from the goal to do his spin moves, to look around. He can't be trapped under the goal. So in effect, we don't have that guy to where we can just funnel guards into and make it hard for them just to do their thing. And that's kind of like the roster construction. And maybe Wemby will help with that. Maybe Wemby will help with that. Hopefully he'll help with that. He's 7'4". So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Maybe Sengun, like Judah saying, maybe Judah seeing the light before any of us, and he's saying that this is why we can't win with Sengun, because we don't have the way to stop guards like this, to funnel them into a high percentage shot, because there's a 7-foot real rim protector there to make them do something hard and that they don't like. Maybe so. Harlan St. Clair was good. He said fire silence. Joe Blue, what's happening? He says, why doesn't Eric Gordon come off the bench? He was a former 6 man. Whoever trades for him is going to do the same. Exactly. That's exactly what I've been saying, Joe Blue. I don't know why this man is starting for us on a rebuild. Like on a rebuilding team. Why is he starting for us? Hold on, give me 1 minute. I think we got Frank in here. Hold on. Let's see. What up, Frank? Can you hear me? Yeah, you kind of breaking up.
Let me see.
All right, you sound better.
How about now? Is this better?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
What's happening, Frank?
Man, chilling. Just watched 3.5 quarters of that game, man. I had to turn it off because it was it got pretty nasty, but that's just a better team, and we ain't had no answers for Jokic, man. That dude is so nice.
Yeah. I mean, he just used his body so well. Like, even when you put a big guy on him, it don't matter because a big guy on him. He know how to shield him with his body, you know what I'm saying, and get it up there, get it in there. It's Jokic, bro. Like, what do you expect? He's a 2-time MVP for a reason, man. Like, he showed it. Him and Jamal Murray, they showed it. They're a class above us. It's kind of what was expected. Like I was telling the fans, like, if you expected any other thing different, you probably would just set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't a winnable game for us.
Yeah, that's I mean that's facts. And one thing though, I don't know if you've touched on it as far as how Alperen started off the game. Um, I mean that was impressive for me to see from him. And one of the things that really, I kind of knew this would happen was defensively. Players like Bruno really struggle against Jokic because Jokic like to use a lot of those dudes their like aggression and extra athletic kind of all that he uses it against you. So I've watched him and LP face each other a couple of times now, and they kind of like understand each other. So it's almost like a good matchup because they both play like cat and mouse basketball, where it's like, okay, you got me that time with the elbow, so I'm gonna set you up like this, or okay, you're gonna fake me out or try to get physical, so I'm gonna pull out and let you fall, or little stuff like that. So they go back and forth, and um, you know, I think Sengun was the only one that was a plus in the plus minus for the entire team when he played. Um, and my thing with the center rotation is that you got to just play the different strengths and different types of lineups and play different guys that fit. And this is definitely a game where you could see a player like LP actually be able to stay in the game compared to a Bruno or even a Garuba or some of these smaller guys, because this is a different beast that they facing with the Joker. Because as soon as Bruno got in, he started styling on him, one-legged fadeaways, and he wasn't doing none of that with Alperen because Alperen knows his game. They played against each other, I think, in FIBA. They've seen each other a couple times, so all that stuff, he kind of knows his spots. And that's what I always tell people, like, you can be slow and you can't, not a great athlete, but IQ can neutralize a lot of stuff if you just smart. That's the reason Jokic an MVP, having that IQ and being able to play with your brain. And that was a good matchup while it was still, before Bro got fouled out. I was enjoying watching them go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, he showed that he can hang with Jokic right now. I think he got kind of some some superstar calls, but that's what they get. He's an MVP. He earned those type of calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Sengun, man. Like for real, man. Like he is kind of weird on our team though, because I believe that a lot of our struggles with the guards is because we don't have an anchor big that's really a true defensive big that our guards can funnel the guards into when they go into the paint. You know what I'm saying? So Alperen Sengun, he's got to be kind of away from the goal, and his feet don't move as quick to kind of really get back and really go back to cover up ground. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say the reason why the opposing guards are always cooking our guards is because our guards are bad on defense. Because usually a well-constructed team will have somebody there our guards can funnel them into to make them take bad, tough shots in the paint.
If you look at it, they're not. That's if they were just eating at the rim, that'd be one thing. But a lot of these dudes are just eating off the perimeter. Like John Moran, when he played, how many wide open threes did he get? So you can't. I get what you're saying. That's in a vacuum. That would be true if we weren't giving up so many shots on the perimeter because of bad switches or just poor defense, or any of that. So if they had a prime Dwight Howard in the back line, then Jalen could be trash and KPJ could play like trash on defense, and the defense would be good. But to me, that's not the type of defense so if we ever want to compete, you got to be able to shore up the perimeter before anything. A lot of bad teams have those anchor bigs that just stand there, but in the playoffs, when that big isn't useful on the offensive side, then you get in a bind where you got a guy that's clogging up the paint, unless they like an AD or somebody like that. That's a two-way monster. So unless you got Giannis or AD, one of these dudes, guys like Capella and all these dudes you thinking of, they're not like the gems that you think they are, because they're so one-sided in what they could do. So it's a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, Sengun, he's gonna have the defensive things, like, but Bruno was worse. And Bruno is more to the archetype of a rim protector, but it doesn't really matter when you got the pressure of guarding Joker and the guard. And that's the issue we have when you have bad perimeter defense, is that it's one thing if you can just guard your man, but when you play in the drop cover, you got to guard two people because KPJ out of position, or Jalen guessed on a switch, or this dude did this, or Gruber's, he went here, or Eric Gordon just lazy. He don't want to rotate. So it's like it's a lot of pressure on the big. Damn, you could put probably prime Shaq back there, and he's going to get scored on because the perimeter defense is so bad. So, it's really hard to tell with the team because to me, the perimeter, if you could fix that even a little bit, the defense would improve a lot because it's not like the guys are just like walking to the rim. But, Sengun is not like a typical like rim protector that he's going to clean up every single thing.
I would say you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
With the perimeter.
And with those perimeter edge guys are so hard to find. You can put, usually your rim protecting big don't have to be your star of your team. You can find those type of guys anywhere. Those guys are easier to get than an actual two-way wing player that actually won't be a negative on offense as well. Because, you can see, PJ Tucker, we had guys like that. There's guys like that all around the league. When it boils down to it, they end up being a negative in the long run, especially like in playoff games. If they only can do just that one corner three, that's streaky at best for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but remember playing the playoffs, they're a liability, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, like, even if you're thinking about a playoff set, most teams end up going small. So the question then comes in is, for a team, wherever you are in your development, what is the net difference of what a player gives you? Like tonight, Bruno, he's supposed to be the better defender, got torched. And on offense, they playing a zone. I mean, on the Denver playing a zone, and because he can't do nothing with the ball in his hands, he's just a dead space. So it's like
I never really looked at. I don't mean to cut you off, but I never really looked at Bruno as like a whole world defender. Like
no. I'm just saying he's the archetype though. That's the like, if you, even though he's not, he's like a Clint Capella light. Like he's that archetype where he can pick and roll dunker, shot blocker, even though he's not great.
That's
like
what he's
either.
Supposed to be able to do.
Right. So unless you got, I don't see a lot of dudes in the league that's just these monsters that you just imagine, and that's going to be like, they can secure the paint, clean up everything, then provide anything on offense that's doable, unless you talk about one of these top 10 guys. It's a few dudes, bro. In the same vein, you got to ask, where can you find a center that you could throw the ball in the zone to and create offense off of that's not that terrible on defense? To me, it's harder to find Alperen Sengun than a Clint Capella. There's a million Clint Capellas in the NBA. I don't know too many guys that's baby Jokic. So to me, the creativity on the Rockets part is like, he's 20. I used to think he was 19. He's 20. He turned 20 apparently in the summer. Like, you got to meet halfway, bro. I'm not going to like ignore what I have there just to say that, oh man, I need because I got dudes like Eric Gordon on the court, bro. You know what I mean? Because you could address some of them things you talking about. Like, you can go get wings.
Yeah, but we seen teams win with these guys. It's not like every guy that got a big guy like that down, because you can still fill out your roster. Either way it go, you need that type of guy on your roster that's competent enough. Like, you can always build out your roster other ways, but to not have that guy at all, like, we don't have that guy at all, like a Jared Allen type guy. Like, we don't have that guy at all. Like, I wouldn't even compare Bruno. I wouldn't even put Bruno in the same sentence as Jared Allen. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have a point guard. You know what I mean? So that's you talking about roster construction then, rather than what's on the roster. Like we don't have a point guard. You can't beat a team in a zone if your guards aren't able to pass out of it or make them pay for it. So that's a problem too. So we need a point guard. We probably need a couple like some legit 3 and D wings that are like actually clamp up instead of Eric Gordon that got some height that can help him rebound and run in transition. Maybe shoot better than KJ. You know what I mean? Oh, you need a big man. You need multiple types of bigs. One that could probably guard and beat them type of body types. You know what I mean? Yeah, those are the roster moves you make. But my point is, bro, is like for Alper Sengun, what he's doing, you can't find that in the NBA. And that's what I'm saying. I think people are just like poo-pooing it like it's just normal. That stuff is not normal, bro. Especially for not to do that young. Even if he had limitations, just to have that on your roster, to say that I got a big that I could come in and he gonna give me like 20 and 10 and 5 or 6 assists. That's special, man. That's special. Whether he's off the bench, starting, wherever you gotta have it. Like to me, that's somebody like that dude. If he keep projecting, even just like Ginobili, even if he come off the bench, the dude could still have a Hall of Fame career, depending on how much team success he has. Because as a 19-year-old, he already 17-9 or whatever he's averaging right now, or a 20-year-old. When he's 25, he probably just gonna be a 20 and 10 guy. He could do that for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. I said he was playing like a top 10 center. So I'm kind of just playing devil advocate right now to see.
I love it.
You know what I
So
mean?
we need to do more of this space because we be agreeing too damn much. I think that's.
We kind of think alike, though. You know what I'm saying? For the most part,
we're gonna be like Shannon and Skip, or Max and Stephen A.
Yeah.
We're gonna make up to argue. Just be
so
fake
I'm gonna just walk off the screen and have you talking to yourself for about 5 minutes. Nah, but like it's because while we going down this road, it's just hard questions that have to be answered for this team. You know what I'm saying? Like. Who's really gonna be our wings? That's why I think it's gonna be a whole total new roster construction by the time we are ready to compete. Like I don't think 80% of these guys gonna be here. Like,
are you down on Tari because of the layup situation or the tunnel vision?
It's not even. Yeah, I was about to say it's not even his layup situation. It's just. Like he's getting that Eric Gordon Tate in him. You know what I'm saying? Where once he's going, he's going. Like it could be on a fast break. Once he's get the ball, he's going. And it's starting to look weird how he's starting to try to lay it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost half-hearted. It's not coordinated. You know what I'm saying? It's not thought out. It just seemed like aloof. Like I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna just try to. Just hopefully it goes in when I throw it off the backboard. It's just I'm hoping Tari didn't fool us. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking he didn't fool us. He's just more raw than what I thought he was. Put it like that.
So to me, it's the opposite of Jabari in the sense like this. Jabari is very fundamentally sound on defense and offense, but he doesn't have he's not a hooper. And Tari is a hooper, basically like a dude you see at the gym just chopping up and you know what I mean, doing all the throw dribbles, getting to the, you know what I mean, layup package, jellies, all that stuff. But he doesn't have really good fundamentals in basketball because a lot of the stuff he does just looks crazy. So it's like they just the opposite of each other. And to me, it's going to take a lot of coaching to get them to where they need to be. And I think for me, like a guy like Jabari is probably easier because fundamentals, you know what I mean, you could build off of that. For Tari, for him to rein in all that stuff, it got to come from within for him, bro. Like you said, it seems like he can't help himself.
Yeah.
Like he can't help it.
It seemed like he was more athletic earlier on. Like, I don't know. Maybe we was just on the Tari hype. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't seeing it. But Nah, he was playing. He was definitely playing better than this, bro. He was definitely playing better than this. I could kind of see it when he was playing good. Like he'll have those moments where, that looked kind of messed up, but he'll hustle so hard to where he'll cover it up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he really haven't been out hustling nobody to cover up the mistakes that he's been making. But as a rookie, he's still very, very raw, and so I'm not gonna make no definitive judgment on him tonight. You know what I'm saying? After 2, 3 subpar games or something, but yeah, he is kind of look like he needs a little bit more work. Um, he just looked real rough around the edges more than what I thought.
You know, a lot of these the NBA and they're probably gonna start getting to these young guys because it's always the first like between November and December. A lot of the rookies typically struggle, and I think maybe he'll round into form by January. But to me, for him, it's just his mind, bro. Like he can't be doing like it's just like he can't help himself, and I that's one thing I worry about is to me I see that I'll call him the wing version of Russell Westbrook. It's good and bad because he hustle. He's always playing with 100% energy, but with like Russ, some of them things he do like in the fourth quarter as a close game and he doing some it's like he can't help himself. You know what I mean? Even if he wanted to, he still
Hmm.
can't control his urge to like take a bad shot or try to lose the ball or something like that. So I hope that's not in him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely is more raw than I thought. I thought he'd be somebody that we'd be able to like just go. But those are rookies. They're ups and downs and stuff like that. Same with Bari. Bari gonna have his downs and ups. It's just them things. And plus, in Denver, you playing in Mile High. That thin air ain't no joke too. So I'm sure they were fatigued.
Yeah, um, yeah. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna come back to that too. Money flow was good. He says everybody that ain't Jalen, Jabari, Tari, Tata, KJ, maybe KPJ is gone next year. Uh, I, I mean that's a real roster turnover right there. We just keeping 5 out of 15 guys. Hey, as long as we upgrading, bro, I don't have no problem with it. John Doe says, how does Boban get more minutes than Shangoon? The NBA needs to find the Rockets for tanking straight up. Did Boban get more minutes than Shangoon? How? Boban didn't even play that much. Like,
Nah, that can't be right, bro. I'm gonna
now,
look. I don't
LP
think
paid
it.
3 quarters,
Yeah, Boban only played.
maybe like 7 minutes, 6 minutes.
Yeah, that game got out of hand fast, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
it got ugly quick. Brandon Simpson says LP is that dude for sure. Okay. Brandon Simpson said Bruno is a change of pace type player. Deja Dennis says LP is a unicorn. We can find another brim protector. Okay. I can't argue with that. DJ Generation says Sally Rockets not tanking. They just bad. The fans just want them to tank.
I
Yeah,
know that's facts, bro. Y'all keep saying to me like they use that excuse, bro. We just suck. Like all these teams. Oh yeah, the tank is bro. We're not tanking, bro. These dudes is trying to win. But I mean, they once they lose, they'll concede a game. But y'all don't think Coach Salas trying to win all these games, man? This dude, they're trying to win these games.
yeah. I think they trying to win too. They trying to win, but they just look. It's just kind of look like tanking because it's so bad.
Tanking is the roster construction, bro. Stone is tanking. Stone, he tanking. He tanking it up. With not having a point guard or a backup point guard on the roster, with some of the positions and the lack of just depth at certain positions for the Eric Gordon thing. For some, yeah, he's tanking because he could have made some moves if they really wanted to win. He could have done some things. So I think Silas is going to try to play who he thinks is going to win, which is scary because some of the lineups is like, bro, what are you thinking? But then I think Stone is the one that's tanking. He's a pack watch, bro. Not this year per se, but everybody think like next year is gonna be bang, bang, bang. We gonna fix. All right, that's gonna be on Stone, bro. That's he on pack watch for that. Like how he turned this around when we start actually competing.
Trying to win. Yeah. Um, Swagger D says Bari and Jalen will be our cornerstone guys. Just give them time. I agree. Kenny S says, nah, we tanking because EG is starting. I'm telling you, man, Stone says EG is his extension of him, man. Of course he gonna start. I don't know why he even said anything like that. Johnny John says, any news on Carly Stein? He's down there playing in the G League. I think he's just trying to get in game shape.
Not much from him, bro.
I mean, what he's gonna do for this squad?
Yeah, don't expect much from Willie Colley.
Judah says that Kenny, both Green and KPJ suck at defense. Porter is terrible in defense. Green is too damn small to be a man out there. I mean, I think all our whole team got to get stronger, bro. I don't think not one guy on our team that don't need to get stronger.
Eric Gordon probably the only one. He's just short. But yeah, everybody else is they're just kids, bro, playing against grown men.
Yeah, that's what it is. AK Infinity, he says, look at the type of centers that have started on championships teams in the last 10 seasons. How many of them were Sengun Jokic archetype? I think that's for you, Frank.
Marc Gasol. I think he was on 2 championship teams and played significant minutes. Obviously, he's bigger than Sengun as far as just height, and I don't know how big Sengun is going to get as far as girth as he gets older. But the difference with him is, I mean, Marc Gasol can jump over a piece of paper. So he's probably one of the highest IQs defenders. He was a deep boy, so you know where he's coming from. I don't know if Sengun has that in him, but to say that type of archetype is him. Even to a lesser extent, guys like, and this is a big stretch, but even like Brook Lopez to a lesser extent, but he's a hell of a rim protector. But the reason I'm bringing him up is because the covers that they use him in, which is the drop. But for him to work, if Brook Lopez was on the Rockets, he would get cooked. But for him to work is that you got Giannis, you got Drew Holiday, you got PJ Tucker, you got Chris Middleton on that starting 5 with him. So it's always like in my video that I talked about today, the worst pick and roll big man in the league is Clint Capella, Joel Embiid, Mobley, Sengun better than all of them in the pick and roll because it's really not about the big. When you guard the pick and roll as a big man, you are going to sink or swim by your team because everything comes to you. And the guards are so good in the NBA nowadays that it don't matter if you Embiid, bro. Embiid is one of the worst pick and roll defenders in the league, bro. And he's like a prime time shot blocker. So it was just really hard to gauge. But even if Sengun, let's say he gets us to the playoff, he ain't got to play. Like when we play the Warriors, I don't want to see Sengun. Give me Garuba. Give me Jabari. And, that's my trump card. I think Jabari going to end up playing the 5 when he get probably about 5-6 years from now. So, you don't have to. But to me, you need guys like that to get you there on the roster. Where, okay, Sengun, you can sit this one out. We playing Ja this round. We going to go with, Bruce, somebody else. And that's cool.
For sure. Joe Blue super chatted $2. He says,
shout out Joe.
Trust the process. When does the process start? Is the process happening right now?
Hopefully.
I mean, if the process ain't even started yet, we in bad shape.
We are out of there. But no, I think this is the process, man. We in it, and I don't know if we where we are we in the middle at the start, but yeah, we gonna be in it, bro. Let's just hope we ain't in it for like 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, the Philadelphia 76ers process did kind of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a trust the process, but they did get that top 5 type player in Joel Embiid when he's healthy. I don't know if we have that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, So have the process even started yet? Because have we got that? Is Jalen the first cornerstone? I actually want to see more consistency out of him because games like tonight, 5 for 15. You know what I'm saying? If he's not getting, shooting officially, he really gonna have to go to the free throw line. Because when Harden was 5 for 15, Harden made 12, 13 free throws. It still was,
Yeah, that was James Harden probably at like 28. Like the thing, Jalen, his shots are so hard, right? Everything like is so hard. Like everything, bro. It's just there's nothing easy that our offense generates. And that's why KPJ is so good. Like as far as because KPJ is a really good isolation player. Jalen is not. So Jalen is really struggling some nights because all he's right now his main bread and butter is coming off screens and shooting off screens or getting downhill off screens. Like to just square up a dude and just isolate, he's not really good at that right now because of his strength and some other things. But I mean, once again, like the coaching matters, the structure they're in matters. Are these dudes being used to the maximum of their ability? And if they are, then maybe it's just that they're young, but those are all questions that need to be answered.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. What we at? Kenny Ed says, hopefully we don't have somebody miss a whole year. Yeah, that would kind of. I mean, Philly did deal with some injuries too as well. DJ Generation, $99. He says, "Goes get Frank. Take on that Pistons comment."
What y'all talking about the Pistons now?
Oh man, what did we say about the Pistons? Are you talking about from this go round or from the earlier in the pregame show we was talking? The Pistons. Yeah. He was saying about kind of comparing our rebuild like to the Pistons of Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, and those guys. Like, can we construct a roster similar to that one?
Now, Chauncey had a rough when he first came in the NBA. Before they got him, Rip. Nah, because their system. It's really hard to answer that question because with the system we run, the Pistons had a really, really good. They were well coached, man. That was a well coached team. Defense minded first. A lot of those guys were just dogs, and they played smart. You feel me? And even I think Rasheed Wallace was on that team that won the chip that year. Obviously, you got Tayshaun Prince and all those guys. Now, I just don't see us having that identity. And even though they're a veteran team, they had culture that built over time. And maybe we can get there, but I really don't see that as the type of guys that we're drafting. Jabari could probably play on that Pistons team, but that's about it, bro. That's about it because Jalen is an offensive-minded person. Sengun is an offensive-minded person. Kevin Porter Jr. is offensive-minded. Yeah, that was a gritty team, bro. Like I don't think we're that makeup. If we win, we're gonna win off of just talent and just being able to just be great at whatever it is that we do well at. So that Pistons team was like just grit and grind. So I don't think so. I don't think that's a comp.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they have like the best overall rated defense in like history at one point in time? Like,
yeah, it was something like they were holding teams to like 80 some points. But back then it was like, damn, people were scoring like 85, 83.
Yeah.
7.
But for what it was, like they was really a powerhouse defensively, bro. Like
their whole roster was a goon squad, bro. Let's just say that. Just like the whole roster
was
top
pit
to bottom.
bulls. Yeah, they was all
everybody.
Pit bulls.
Second team dudes off the bench. I think Mike James was on that team, if I'm not mistaken. I might be tripping, but they just had dudes that just didn't care, bro. Like everybody was just there to grind, and they was gonna be tough. They was gonna play hard, and they didn't have no superstars. to say the least. Some people may argue that defensively, Ben Wallace was a star, like a premier, and in space. I don't know if you remember how dominant Ben Wallace was on defense, bro.
He was, bro,
Like
clamps. Like nothing coming in there, bro. Nothing coming in there.
nothing, and he was guarding all sorts of. He guard the perimeter. He can guard the paint. He was athletic, could move. Now talk about a cleanup guy.
Yeah,
That's a dude right there. But to make him work, you got to have a Chauncey. You got to have a Rip, because you can't put no dude that can't shoot with a Kevin Porter and a Jalen Green, bro. Like, you got to have a Chris Paul to make up for it. So I think, honestly, bro, that's probably one of the biggest gaps we need right now is that guard, man. It's so important in today's NBA.
yeah, I agree, man. Because it's just times like this when they see we losing the stream. You know what I'm saying? When they see clearly that if we don't do something right now, like, this game can totally get away from us. It seems like our young guys just don't recognize that. Like, I can recognize it sitting on the couch looking like, come on, fellas, they already scored, 7, 8 in a row. If y'all let them come down here to, a couple of more threes, we're gonna be out of this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure the fellas and the players and stuff feel it. So I don't. It's like I don't get what the urgency. Why don't we play with more urgency at times? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you in the heat of the battle, but you gotta feel the bullets coming, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this game kind of left me with more questions.
It is the same team, bro. They up and down. It's the defense is never, to me, like, I don't think, even though they say it, every comment I hear out of Coach Salas' mouth is always predicated on something offensive related. His rotations are determined by spacing more than anything. So that's why you can see Garrison Matthews get minutes where teams are actively hunting him. And because of the idea that he spaces out the offense, Coach Salas will leave him in. So that's the mentality of your coach. It's almost like Mike D'Antoni. It's almost like you got to go get, like they did with what was our defensive coordinator? Miss Delic. Yeah. And I thought your mans that you were popped up on your video was gonna be the guy.
Bro, I already got on him. I already got on him tonight. I'm gonna take another ride down that street in a moment.
Bro, that man just be, bro. I swear to God, I ain't even seen him stand up yet in the game, bro. I ain't even gonna cap, bro.
Man, this dude
just smiling. He might as well be at the park feeding ducks, bro.
Bro, he's still on vacation. He out at lunchtime, bro. He's out eating lunch right now. You know what I'm saying? DJ Generation. Appreciate the $1.99 super chat. He says, I guess I meant could Jalen learn to move like Rip?
Man, that'd be a dream come true, brother. That, to me, that's Jalen, bro. Jalen's game is, he's a mover, bro. Get him coming off screens, running. He needs to run like Steph, man. He got the body for it. Just make teams chase you, bro. Then when they try to get too much to use that speed, it's just no creativity in our offense, bro. It's really like just generic.
Silas says he like freedom. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I have a problem with, a young team, you can't let a young team be free.
Freedom, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You can't let a young team be free, bro, because they don't know what to do with freedom. You know what I'm saying? That's like, they don't know what to do, bro. Like, once they know what to do in certain systems and do certain things, then they would know, oh, now I got the freedom to do this because I know I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Before they don't know they can't do that, they ain't gonna know what freedom they have, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense to me to just have a bunch of guys out there just doing their own thing, especially when they're so young and impressionable, and this kind of stuff can linger and stick around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody gonna have to come here and just flush everything that Silas, the organization, and taught some of these young guys, because they gonna be too far gone if we don't do it too soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Facts, bro.
Joe Blue says, I think the frustration is not growth, no direction, no growth, no direction. Exactly. Which I think that's what you was hitting at, Frank. What you feel about that?
Like you were thinking about the freedom thing. Like I remember, I don't know. I had a dude that I was talking to. He a musician, and this dude Cole, man. He was actually one of my patients that I was taking care of, and he used to tour with like the American Orchestra or something like that. But we were talking about music, and he was telling me that like a lot of the artists that we know, like in popular culture and rap, pop, whatever, that you see them on doing their stuff and they look like they're just like rocking out or they just going crazy with it. A lot of them studied music in school. And the reason I bring that up is that he was saying that to know how to like freak out on your instrument or whatever you do, you got to know the classicals, you got to know the structure of the notes, you got to know like all the basic stuff. Then once you've mastered that, then you can like bend it to your will and kind of like just go off script.
Right.
So to your thing is like we haven't mastered the basics, so it's really hard to like be free in a system that has rules and structures in it that you got to follow. So it just looks like chaos. So it's once again I know it's a matter of the coaching and the philosophy not matching what the talent is on the court. Like one thing I've been harping on is how they've been running plays for Jabari, and I didn't see one action. Did you see any space for
Not
Jabari?
tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight, right? And you know why? Just because they ran zone, bro. That just blew everybody's mind.
That don't make sense because, bro, if you run zone, you want a shooter like Jabari to make the. He's a zone buster. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
no
Like
creativity, bro. They
he,
didn't practice it. They didn't practice it. That's what it looked like. They didn't practice it.
bro. I can go out there and run a damn screen and pop.
They didn't practice
you,
it, bro.
you know
Like
what I'm saying? That's the fundamentals of basketball. That's the easiest, the first offensive play ever drawn up in basketball. You come set this screen and this dude, you know what I'm saying, get off and get a shot off. Like,
I bet you if you give them 2 days and they come back and play them again, they'll probably do better because they'll get to practice it. So it's just like, yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like to me, it's
well,
not a coincidence they ripped off 2 in a row coming off a long break. So it's
right.
like they just learning on the fly.
We playing them in 2 games in 2 days anyway, so we will see. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
gonna see.
We will see. But yeah, as far as no growth and no direction, I clearly agree with the no direction part, but I would say I have seen some growth from certain players like KJ Martin. I can't say I haven't seen no growth in him because I have. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Green, I have seen some growth in him. It's just we expect a lot from Jalen Green because he is. I mean, he's the linchpin of all this. Truthfully, if Jalen Green flop, this organization is almost done. They done for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
I get that next year. I mean, depending on what they get next year, they swing out and go get a Scooter or
Oh, unless they
Wemby
get
or
Scooter
even
Wimby or something,
or
yeah.
one of these guys is gonna be like okay, but and I think only Scooter Wemby is like in that tier of like franchise changer because even the Amen and the Thompson twins, I don't think they're like that. I don't think they're even on Jalen's like tier class. I think they're nice, but I don't think they're up there with like Cade and them. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's really either Scooter Wemby. I think the draft is deep for like a lot of good players, but it's not a lot of like, damn, bro, that's what I mean, blah blah blah. It's not a lot of them dudes. It's just to me a bunch of like just guys that are going to be good players in the NBA, but they go into like the teens. So yeah,
Right.
you're right, bro. If we miss, let's say we draft a decent player next year and Jalen is a bust, yeah, then we out of there because then we got to go find another offensive engine. Now you could always go pick one up out of free agency, but which free agent want to come to a city that's not good. You know what I mean? They're gonna want to go win. Or at
Right.
least play with other stars that they feel like they can win with. So yeah, it's like a chicken and egg thing. So
Yeah, facts. AK Infinity says most of the stuff we complain about is stuff that young teams do. Turnovers,
yeah,
no defense, no consistent fouling, etc. I mean,
true.
that's true. That's true on certain levels, but we have seen young teams actually be competent as well too. So, I mean, that young stuff only goes so far with me, truthfully, because I mean, of course, they're young, they're gonna make some mistakes, but some of these things are just boneheaded mistakes to where it could be almost schemed out. You know, like some of these turnovers I think can be schemed out. Draw up a play, run a play. Like, don't just let these guys be loosey goosey with the ball and do whatever. So that's indecisiveness that creeps in, that affects the ball handler because he don't know what to do. The guys off ball don't know what to do. They don't know when to cut. They don't know when to stay. You know what I'm saying? Because they playing their own version of basketball. Like
That's
get
yeah.
everybody on the same page, you know what I'm saying, and then everybody would know what to do. Then the ball wouldn't be going haywire, loosey goosey everywhere, because half of the turnovers we get are not just somebody, dribbling it off their foot or nothing like that. We actually throwing it to where we think somebody is gonna be, and they're not going right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen so many times, like somebody act like they cutting down the baseline, and they don't, and the handler still throws the ball right there to the baseline and goes straight out of bounds on the sideline or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these things can be kind of ushered out of the game just by calling a simple play. Even if you don't get a good shot, any shot is better than a turnover.
It's personnel, bro. I think ain't no like yeah, is we don't have a ball handler that is like that guy. You know what I mean? And I love KPJ, I love Jalen, but they're not like ready for that type of action yet where you got teams that's purposely trying to confuse you and you know how to counter it. And that comes with experience and that comes with IQ. And right now I think they're lacking probably on both. But we are leading the league in turnovers still. Surprisingly, Golden State is right behind us. San Antonio's there, Minnesota's there, Orlando is 26th. But there are some young teams that are doing good in turnovers. You look at OKC for one, team we just beat. They're number 8. Or if you look at it from the bottom up, they are like the 22nd. They're not the worst team. They're 22nd best. So, or they're number 8 and not turning the ball over. And number
Right.
1 is Dallas. And Dallas, obviously, because of Luka, Maestro over there. 2 is Toronto, because they got Coach Nick Nurse, and he gonna have them boys tight, running a tight ship. 3 is Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker, Chris Paul. 4 is Boston. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of guys there that can handle, except Jalen Brown. Atlanta's after that with Trae Young. They got 2, great point guards. Washington, Knicks, OKC, Miami. So you just look at all these smart teams, and it's guards, 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 guards. Memphis, Detroit, Chicago, Brooklyn. Then you start getting into the murky waters with the Lakers and Utahs of the world. Pacers, Clippers, they ain't got no damn point guard except John Wall coming off the bench. Orlando, then last you get to us. So I think is we just ain't got that guy, man. That guy would make a lot of this look better. Even Coach Silas, it'll make his stuff look better if he had a guy. It ain't even got to be Luka. He could have Malcolm Brogdon out there, and they'll probably look like a decent offense and a decent team.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree to, what was I? BCS 25. Jalen in the Warrior system would look like the next Ray Allen in 3 years. Funny you say that because I actually compared Jalen to Ray Allen. That's who was my comp. Actually made a video. It's probably about 4, 5, 6 months old now, but yeah, that was my comp of Jalen Green. He did play a lot like Ray Allen to me, but I don't necessarily think he have to be in the Warrior system to get there. Do you think? I think he could, as long as he's coached up right, he can almost fit into almost any system, bro. Like
Yep. I think he got the skill set to be. Yeah, that's the thing about him. He's so dynamic, man. Like you've never really seen a dude that could run the same actions you could run for Steph and Ray Allen, and also run the same actions you could run for John Moran and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
So it's man, I just hope they don't like. I just don't want to squander his thing, man. I just feel like even as good as he is right now, I know he could be better and things could be easier for him. But like I don't think it's at the point where anything is broken. As long as whatever decision they make with the future is the right one, and that may include Cosalis, it may not. It may include Stone, it may not. Like I said, I'm on Stone watch now. I'm watching him because after this season, all that he drafted well stuff that go out the window, bro. You got to start signing people. You got to start building this roster. You can't have the excuse of we tanking no more because that we tanking stuff cover up a lot of bad deals and incompetence that would usually be, oh yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb what he did. But oh yeah, we tanking. So that contract, we just gonna sweep that under the rug. Oh yeah, that pickup, we gonna sweep that under the rug. Oh, you signed Tice instead of him. Okay, we gonna sweep that. Oh, now you gonna trade the contract. Okay. Oh, you didn't trade Eric Gordon. Yeah, we tanking. Oh, it's for development. What is Eric Gordon teaching our guys, bro? How to complain, how to not rotate on the ball, how to not go get a rebound,
How to turn it over.
dribble off your foot once every 3 quarters. So Stonewatch, man, I'm off Silas, bro. He just gonna do what he gonna do. But this coming season, like this, after this season, this draft and this free agency coming up, no more excuses, no more hiding under we have to be back because they really have to start being good. Or this thing goes on for another couple of years.
It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. If that happened, oh man, we might have to change our name from the Rockets Chop Shop.
We're gonna be the
Oh man, we're gonna be like the Kings, man. Ain't nobody gonna even come out here and even support us no more. We're gonna be just
something to talk about. Something to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Rockets power dancers. We got to, but
something straight up. Here we go. BC25 says he might be, but I think Prime Ray is a hell of a comp for him. Yep, that's why I said. Kenny S says them Jalen baddies gonna complain. KPJ touching the ball too much. I mean, there's some diehard Jalen fans and KPJ fans on Rockets Twitter. So if they ever start beefing, no man, it might just collapse.
I know it's coming though. There's gonna be a time when that happens, bro. It's gonna get there. It's still in the innocent stage right now where everybody's just figuring it out. But you know how these things go, bro. It's gonna be a time somebody gonna get in Jalen ear, be like, bro, come on, you nice dog. Why you
wasting
know what I
your
mean?
time?
Why you bro? Like you should be the man, dog. You need to take more. You should be handling that. You should be taking that last shot, and it happened to the best of them.
And that's how it always end up starting out too.
Yep, love each other. That's my boy. All right, then once we gotta ship one of them dudes out.
Yeah, that's how it always end up panning out for some reason. BC25 says he could drive, handle, pull up, and come off screens. Jalen is a better athlete than Ray, but damn, Prime Ray was skilled as hell. Kenny S says Ray is a better shooter. Deja says Bucks Ray was real nice. That's who I compared him to, Bucks Ray. Kenny says Sonics Ray was like Clyde and / Jordan. I mean, Ray was nice, bro. Ray was nice. Step back says Silas is the tank commander. One of y'all needs to go to practice or interview and ask him some questions to direct him to watch he try it out the next game. He put fire Silas. I wish we could get into some games, bro, and bring y'all some exclusive content and ask Solid some. I'm gonna ask him some hard questions, bro. He ain't gonna like me. He gonna be like, get him out of here. What you gonna ask him, Frank? You
Man, I don't know, bro. I mean, I know he know basketball, so I'm not gonna. But honestly, if I ever had a chance to ask a coach a question, I just ask about like some of the schematic stuff. And sometimes people take that the wrong way because they'll feel like you trying to
question
like,
their
would you
intelligence.
guess what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's what I'd ask. Like, yeah, you decided to, blah 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 in the third quarter. Was there a reason behind that? And some people get mad, but that's all I care about. All them fluff, like, oh yeah, how's the dinner on the plane? Like people asking the dumbest questions, uh, when they get a chance to be like all these softball questions. That's one thing. My complaint about Houston media. I'm getting on soapbox real quick. Our Houston media is so friendly, bro. Like our journalists are so friendly that they are almost like helping coach up what they want the staff and people on the Rockets to say. You go to any major city, Philly, Boston, LA, New York, these dudes, they ain't out there trying to make friends with the staff. Like they trying to find stuff out. They gonna ask you. The only person I can say that really asked some like real questions in Houston is like Jonathan Fagan, because I guess he got the cachet to do it. But a lot of the stuff that we want to know, a lot of times it's like we never get to hear that. So, but
Yeah,
that
yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Man, we kind of behind on comments, so I'm gonna just have to drop
yeah, go
down
ahead, roll through it,
and
roll
get
through it.
some newer comments up here. Some of the new ones, those kind of old. Okay, uh, Kenny Yet says Jalen on a real good trajectory. Hopefully, he only makes the team better offensively and defensively. Yeah, I think as long as he can kind of just be a positive defender, I think he's gonna be a positive offensive player, no matter what. Almost that's almost like a given in his bag. As long as he keep progressing the way he is, he's gonna be good offensively. It's gonna be the defensive side that we probably will have to start asking questions about. Here we go. Swagger D says Jalen is more dynamic and explosive. He could be a better Levine. Joe Blue says this is the last year of tanking. Stone should be playing for what next? Playing for wins next year. Yes, sir. I agree. DJ Generation says every interviewer answer about bad things. We tanking. Next question. That's gonna be the answer. We tanking. Next question. Harlan St. Clair says Stone. Yep. Frank starting to question Stone over here. Joe Blue says Chop and Tank. Power Dancers. Wise DJ Generation. He's also said KPJ and Jalen gon' go from twins to ops. Sad day, but it didn't happen before, bro. It didn't happen before.
Between them, but yeah, that'll be. It's just how it happened, bro. I think at some point, like when all it takes is really honestly a new coach. If they do decide to move on from Silas and they bring in somebody new, they could have a whole totally vision of what this team's supposed to look like, and just make sweeping changes. That okay, no, we're not doing that with you. We're gonna move you to your natural position. Do this, do that, because to me, a lot of this stuff that is happening on the roster is because Coach Silas is a rookie coach and he doesn't have any say. So, I mean, they just let this man hire his own staff in his third year, which is sad. When if you have like let's say they did hire Van Gundy, you think Van Gundy gonna let Stone tell him who to hire, or you think one of these coaches that is respected around the NBA that got a name is gonna come into a situation where a rookie GM is gonna tell them what to do? They wouldn't even take the job. You know what I mean? So for him, is really like he's just not even allowed to like do everything he wants. So when a new coach come in, like with the KPJ at point guard thing, they might just scrap that and be like, "Nah, we ain't doing that. I need a point guard, Raphael."
Yeah.
Because because the GM's supposed to execute what the game plan. The coaches, they work together. But if I hire Mike D'Antoni, I'm gonna get Mike D'Antoni guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting. I think Silas probably get his next year, his final year of his deal finished out, which I think is next season. Then they might just move on from there. But I think I'm just excited about the future. For Jalen, I think he is better than Zach LaVine. I know you read that earlier. At this point in his career, Zach LaVine struggled for the first 3 or 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. He was just a alley oop guy for the longest.
Just a dunker. Couldn't even shoot.
Yeah, he couldn't shoot. He couldn't do nothing really. Can barely even dribble. Like,
that dude glowed up, man. I love his game now, man. If y'all talking about if Jalen could, like, even though we talking about he struggled, that dude's game is so polished. I'm talking about the glass work, mid post, 3-pointers. He can cut. He can finish. He's trying to play make a little every year. He adds a little more back to his playmaking back. Zach LaVine is a like when he's healthy, man. That dude's nice. That's a hooper right there.
Facts. Deja says we are fortunate enough to be in a position to maybe draft 2 generational talents. I'm thinking she meaning
like one of them,
Wemby or Scoot. Maybe she's saying that Jalen is a generational talent that we already have right now. So
I mean, I mean, it's gonna come down to luck at the end of the day. It don't matter what, I mean, all we can do is secure a top 5 pick by being bad. That's pretty much it. After that, it's anybody's game. It just depends on how the balls pop up. But so being bad or being the worst team don't really guarantee. In fact, I don't think the worst team has gotten the first pick yet. Overall, in like 20-some years.
It's been a while. It's been a while, especially since the lottery.
Yep.
It's been a while. Here we go. Step back. Tay says, to be honest, who the hell Silas was gonna hire? I feel like he don't really know nobody. Nah, he been in the league 20 years. He knows some people.
Somebody,
he knows some people. It's just, do anybody want to come work for him? DJ Generation says Silas is a long-term sub. That's nice to the student and the principal. Don't fire because they need a replacement. It's almost like how it is, almost like when the substitute teacher come and the classes go wild and they do whatever they want to do because they know the real teacher's not there. Maybe Maybe that is kind of what kind of vibes the team's getting from Silas.
They be lying to him. Yeah, they always let us take 30 shots. Okay, go for it.
Yeah. It's on you. Go ahead and do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Y'all just don't break anything.
Just do what you normally do.
Yeah. Y'all just don't fight. All right, we'll be.
Yeah, I lose my job if y'all fight.
Bro, speaking of subs, bro, school I used to, man, bro, we used to have some subs and bro that we used to it'd be just chaos, man. I don't know. That always brought me back to them school days.
Oh yeah, believe me. Oh, when substitute teacher was there, oh my goodness.
Oh man, you damn near in the streets, bro. It's just that class.
Straight
be people shooting dice
and everything.
Freestyling in the corner and bro.
Yes.
Yeah, just random tirade, guys. Ignore me.
Yes. Kenny says, at least the Rockets in a better position than the Texans. The Rockets right now give me Stevie franchise Catino vibes.
Y'all keep saying that, man. That makes me sad. Please stop.
Yeah, because we didn't win nothing with those people.
Yeah, I don't want that. We can't say that, bro. If Jalen Steve Francis, then I'm sick, bro.
I'm sicker. Rockets Swaggy D says Rockets need a point guard bad, but KPJ is 6-man and run him with the goon squad. That's not a bad idea. I think he always. I don't think he really needs to be the 6th man. I just think he needs to be utilized better. I think he just needs to be played towards his strengths. I think he might have a light on his plate. I think as far as point guard position.
Yeah, man. I don't think he's a point guard, man. I already said it, but I'm not mad at him because he's just doing what they asked him to do. So until otherwise, he gonna do what he gonna do, bro. He gonna hold it down to the best of his abilities. But in my opinion, he's being undersold, and they're making as talented as he is. To me, the switch to point guard, maybe it might have had some impact on him, like in his game overall. But I still feel like the dude could be getting a bag if just playing as what he's supposed to be, which is a combo guard, really an off guard that's able to do his thing in isolation on the second unit and start. He could probably start as a two, honestly, as a two on another team and just catching, shooting, getting into his bag, going downhill and stuff like that. But hopefully, maybe another system will let him see his efficiency go up and become like a more well-rounded player.
Facts. Joe Blue says, Frank, please don't say one more year of silence. If so, might as well start doing pre-mock drafts to 2024. We got to swap with 2024, so you don't want to be too bad.
Yeah, we got to swap. So next year we got to swap next year. I think we own a pick. But I think OKC has, if one of our picks that year, I think of the one from this year. They got our pick. So I think it's top 4 protected. So if we are in the worst team, we could still lose our pick to OKC. If we're the worst team next year, we could still. That'll suck, man. Y'all know how. Oh my god. If we go through another season, the 4th year being the worst team, and we lose our pick to OKC, oh my god,
that ain't gonna be tripping on the Sengun pick.
Man, that'll be devastating. But I think next year the sweet spot is just being decent, and just being trying to be as best team as you can and just roll with it. Because you can have free agents, you got the max slots, you're gonna have another high pick coming in, 3rd year Jalen, 3rd year Alp, 2nd year Jabari, 5th year Kevin Porter. You know what I mean? Even with Silas, they should be a decent team. If you go get him a point guard, get him a big, then we might see some improvement. Where I don't know if we're gonna be a playing team, but we be like a better team. And then maybe the year after that, that's when you pull the trigger and like, okay, we going for this. So let's get us an experienced coach and get a new staff in. And it's conveniently made that Kevin Porter's contract is this year's guaranteed, and I think next summer after the next season they can opt out of it. So it's almost tied with Silas's contract, which I don't think is by mistake.
No, I think it's by design as well. Here we go. Deja says, I was saying that there is no comp for Jalen. He was efficient than Kobe at 20, and he is a generational talent. Oh yeah, she's saying that Jalen is the generational talent.
Facts. I'm gonna say facts on that because his skill set's crazy.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Bro, you real quick, you seen that midi that he hit hanging in there?
Oh yeah.
That gave me flashbacks, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, that looked like Kobe or somebody. Goddamn it!
And he kind of did it tonight on the baseline over there. He got fouled on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He kind of did it that tonight too, man.
It's crazy. Mike and Kobe actually made a living out of making shots like that.
Yeah, because especially if you got him going against a drop big, that shot to be there all day long.
That fadeaway?
Yes.
Man.
That shot to be there. DJ Generate says y'all depressing Frank and Ghost with the cat and franchise comparison.
Yeah, man, don't do that, man. Cat, yeah, bro, I can't.
Yeah, those wasn't real. And I hated the jerseys, bro. I hated those jerseys. I hated them. Those are the worst jerseys in history to me. I hated those jerseys, bro. I don't know. Cause I guess
I
I
love
guess because it came straight from the ketchup and mustard, and it was a whole totally different vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was just a
I
whole.
think Barkley and them ruined that jersey for you, not Steve Francis.
Oh, Barkley definitely. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I remember when they wore it. Yeah,
Don't
I
get
was
me
like,
on Barkley, bro. I hate it. I still don't like Charles Barkley to this day because what he did to my team, bro. What he did to my team. Um, Here we go. DJ Generation says Jalen looked like MJ when he shoots that mid-range shot. I think that's what you was talking about, Frank. He also says that Rockets dildo logo was fire. Oh man, I didn't like the cartoon logo, man. I just didn't. I wasn't digging it. I was not digging it.
the sharp teeth flying through the air, bro.
I did not dig it. It reminded me of pajamas, like for some reason, like I don't know. It just reminded me of a pair of pajamas with the little pinstripe and the little colorful little logo with the rocket. Yeah, it was just looked at cheesy.
Like the new adaptation of it that they be wearing.
I
That one's a
liked it
little
those.
flyer.
I liked it those. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it those. I didn't like the original ones at all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
I mean,
like them.
the jersey material was just whack back then, though. Now it's like Nike, and they got. I think back then the NBA was Reebok, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Now
it used to be
Nike's,
Reebok. I think it used
yeah,
to be
not
Reebok.
Nike styling them out. The material's better. It's just fitted better. Yeah, but nah, I ain't mad. Yeah, I can see it. Like low key, yeah, they weren't throw. And Steve Francis and them used to wear them baggy pants with it, remember?
I hated them, bro.
Baggy shorts.
I hated them jerseys, bro. I really did, dog. DJ Generation says, a girl drew that and won in a contest for the logo. For real? I don't remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that, but you're probably right. You're probably right. Because it looked like a 5-year-old drew that shit. Oh, man. BC25 says the cartoon rocket is the best logo, in my opinion. I don't know why. I didn't like them jerseys, bro. I really did.
I love when the court had the rocket thing blasting off on it. Like,
when it was coming on, like the game started.
No. On the actual wooden court, I think they did it for like a.
Oh yeah,
when they wore it. That stuff is lit, bro. When they had the mural on the court, with the rocket. Yeah, I like that.
That didn't look bad.
Yeah, I love that.
I just didn't like the jerseys, bro. Like, I hated those jerseys, bro. Just
now thinking back, them green jerseys, I kind of don't like. I know we did the podcast saying we liked them. I don't know, bro. Maybe it's because they didn't go all out with the court. It just don't hit, bro. They need to do more. Like if you gonna, like that was some lazy stuff by Toyota Center.
They just look out of place now. Like the green jerseys, they was fly at first to me. Like just by themselves as an idea, standing on.
They had a background that matched it when they were modeling it. So you're like, oh, okay. But on our red and whatever court we got, it just looks stupid.
It looked funky.
Yeah.
For sure. But I'm pretty sure it's after 12 o'clock around this piece. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. We appreciate everybody for coming through again. The Rockets lose 113-129. The Denver Nuggets. Jokic put on the show. Murray put on the show. The better team pretty much won. It is what it is. Hopefully we can beat them coming up Wednesday. I believe we play, right, Frank?
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. Let me double check. But I hope we do get to beat them because it's hard to beat these teams, man. In Denver, it's just so hard. Wednesday, 8 o'clock, same time.
Yeah, Wednesday at 8. So we gonna see y'all then. I just don't like losing to a team like back-to-back times because it seemed like I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave. This is where you can see where your coaches really is made of. When you play the same team twice in like a mini series like this, if the coach don't make no adjustments, you know what I'm saying? Like he's whack. He's not the coach because you already got a clear go at them. Now you get a mulligan. They beat you the first time, you get a mulligan. Go back to the drawing board, come back, change it up, and hopefully it's a different outcome. But if we see the same old, I'm already pretty much out on Silence. I'm gonna start leading the bandwagon that he needs to go for sure. What you think about that, Frank? Before we get out of here,
Nah, I'm not. I mean, yes, what you said is true. I'm not gonna say he needs to go like right now, but as far as yeah, definitely like exactly right. Like if you play a team twice, if they run a zone, they need to look prepared coming out to face it. If they really are just looking confused like they did again, then that's gonna be an indictment on Coach Silas and the staff. So y'all should be watching out for how they attack the zone. Are they prepared? And hell, if Denver just scraps all that just to throw us off and go to a regular base defense, they might do that. So once again, yeah, like Space said, this is definitely those two games, like a little mini playoff series. That's where the coaches get to shine. And one of the key reasons that I'm not high on Coach Silas is because I just don't know if he's built for like them type of adjustments and things like that. But we'll see. We'll see. He can always prove us wrong.
I won't put my money on it.
We don't see.
But appreciate everybody for coming out. Once again, go ahead and stop by the Chop Shop merch store. The link is in the description. Also, if you want to become part of a member, you can hit the membership button. Either you can see the join button or the link is in the description as well. So stop by the Chop Shop, get you a Christmas present. DJ Generation said he loves the shirt. Frank said he loves the shirt. They all good, very good quality shirts. So if you want to support us, you can do that through the Chop Shop merch store in the link in the description. And everybody, appreciate you for being a Rockets fan and coming through and kicking it with us today. See you guys Wednesday like always. And let's go Rockets from the Chop Shop. Appreciate it.
Go Rockets. All right.